Buenos dias.
Howdy. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, we got that. I got cucked. I got intro cucked. Yeah, I got intro cucked. How is this? But hello everybody to whatever time you're listening, wherever you're listening. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just kind of cool you're listening. And welcome to the first official episode of Maoist Self-Help Column. My Reddit ass has finally, put in the effort to make this a reality. And so I'll give one piece because this is not actually a self-help show, but I still will
Yeah.
give one piece of self-help advice. And this goes out to all my Quomintag bros out there. Give up. Give up. Just simple. You've lost. You only own what is it? Taiwan, and that's like you can't
Barely.
even.
I mean, the
Yeah, barely.
Democratic Progressives are beating their ass.
Yeah, yeah. The way.
When was the
Yeah.
last time they won an election?
It's been a hot minute. Well, they did technically win the legislative elections,
Mm,
but
yeah.
they still didn't get a majority.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I should probably introduce my guest here today.
Yeah. Hi.
You know them. It's Landed Gentry Clips.
Oh my fucking god.
It's Harper. It's Harper. The classic. We're one of the classic duos on
Yeah.
our side of Twitter. I
Yeah.
feel like if you associate with me with anybody, well, first of all, it's Purple Waves.
Yeah.
Me and
That's
Purple
who I was
Waves.
thinking of first.
Yeah, no, we are the classic. We are the classic rivalry on Twitter, and then me and Bokasa kinda.
Terrorist. White Devil.
yeah.
Muzungu.
Yeah. We're both white devils in separate
He's an
ways.
Okie. It's worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And then yeah, me and you are pretty though. We're pretty always
Yeah.
linked together. But I thought you'd be an entertaining first guest to have on the show here today. So that's pretty cool. So how's your day going? Let's start off with that. Let's start off with that. The basic question of how is the day going for you?
Pretty good. I want to strangle my landlord, but who doesn't really?
Oh,
I mean,
what?
look at the name of the podcast. It's,
Yeah. No. Fitting. You may extra. Yeah. No, that's fitting. Well, you got a lot of issues with him. It seems. I don't know what's today's issue with that. We gotta hear about the tea. Unless you don't want to spill into that, we don't need to spill
no. I'm talking about like my literal landlord.
Oh, he's just straight up. Okay, straight up. That's awesome.
Fuck my corporate landlord.
Yeah, fuck my stupid Chungus landlord. That's what it's straight up Chungus.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. I'm in a unique position here to interview you, to really get the deep facts, know who Harper really is.
Yeah, while I'm mid
Um,
Twitter exile.
Yeah.
Twitter witness
you know.
protection.
Yeah, Twitter witness protection. Yeah, no, it's I actually this is some pretty deep access. I'm basically if you run the what is it? I run the witness protection, the Twitter witness
Yeah,
protection.
you had to
Access.
you had to get like a special fucking invite
Yeah.
mid
Yeah,
context.
yeah, I know. It was pretty intense. I had to obtain that. So just tell me a little bit about your history on this side of Twitter. How long have you been kind of roaming
Oh
around the
my
circles?
lord.
It's
Probably
been a
about
hot minute.
I want to say a good 3 years at this point, which is insane to me. Oh, no, actually no, it's been four. I want to say just under 4 years.
Oh my god. And I don't know, and then have you I don't know how long because you've known me for about 18 months, 2 years at this point.
Probably
Around
yeah,
that.
probably a little over 2 years at this.
Yeah. How did you even find me anyway? I always forget that. I don't know
have
how we
I don't know.
you've
I think I just kept seeing you on my timeline. And I was like, oh
I
yeah, they seem pretty
yeah, I guess. And I guess I was more into urbanism 2 years ago, more explicitly that.
cool.
And I know
I
you're
think I found you.
yeah, and that's how a lot of the people I found, it's just kind of we all adjacently found each other towards urbanism and broadly left-wing politics, but then like, you know, we all become disillusioned with it after we realize, oh, these are
crackers.
they're crackers, yeah.
Cracker urbanism.
Yeah. That's I mean, okay, that's like synonyms there though. Like you're using an adjective, very, very hard to.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of like who goes out of their way to call themselves an urbanist. Like there's like, I don't like the big urbanist Twitter accounts. Out of those, there's like one that's black. I think Daryl Owens or something like that. It's like Oakland. He's the only one I can think of that's American.
Yeah. I don't know. I look at it from like the Chicago side of it too, and no issues.
Yeah,
I do have like, it's very North Side dominated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Chicago Twitter just generally is North Side dominated. I gotta be one of the few like big South Side.
The really funny part about that is I think my first like foray into housing Twitter was on the black side of like South Side Chicago Twitter, and then it was like. From that, so that was where like I started actively thinking about like gentrification and upzoning and stuff. And then trying to remember what's Hyde Park, and then Hyde Park, and then it was like that side, then Hyde Park Twitter, and then like the more general part of Chicago Twitter.
Hyde Park. No, Hyde Park is hard. Hyde Park. Okay. I'm gonna say this. Hyde Park could be worse. I just hate U of Chicago. That's the big issue.
I mean, it's the most evil school on earth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think like by kill count, it's the most evil American university.
But I don't know. Hyde Park is wild though to me because like you feel like you're a North Side while you're there, and like
yeah, it's an island. You can literally see it on like a demographics map. It's insane.
Oh yeah, and like it does feel like like people like always say like, oh yeah, Chicago's a very segregated city, but like I've transferred between going like Hyde Park and I think like Washington Park. I don't know all the exact neighborhoods yet, but you go right on the borders, and it's a very like clean cut sort of.
Yeah, it's like a cutout square of like a little like white people and Asian people, and not that many black people. Yeah, surrounded by like 90%, not 90%. Chicago isn't that bad anymore, but like 70-80% black.
Oh, in that area, I would say about 80%. It probably around 80-90% at still like in some of those neighborhoods surrounding there.
But yeah, I think Chicago is probably I think Chicago and Detroit and maybe Cleveland, I want to say, are the most segregated cities north of the Mason-Dixon line.
I got
Boston actually, probably Boston too.
Oh yeah, but no, I would definitely say that too because like Minneapolis is a segregated city.
Oh yeah, Minneapolis is the most segregated city in America. I don't know why. I keep forgetting the Twin Cities exist.
No, Minneapolis can be extremely segregated. No, that's something. No, like I am always like people always like talk about how great Minneapolis is. And okay, maybe I have recency bias. I just left. Maybe I'm a little bit more hypercritical. And I've lived in Minnesota.
I think it's good to be hypercritical of the places you live, honestly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I love Chicago, but, like, I will absolutely criticize, like, like CPD, like, absolutely evil, evil.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's absolutely issues with, like, like, North Side is genuinely insufferable sometimes. Like,
white people.
okay, I'm gonna say far North Side's alright. Far North Side's all right, usually because it is a little bit more diverse. Yeah. But like Lincoln Park, Wicker Park, River North, West Loop, just parking lot.
The Bear Mansion.
Parking lot. Yeah.
I think it's so funny that the whole fucking shooting thing in River North. Like,
oh my god,
shooting off a gun in River.
Yeah, no, it is really funny because like they try to make the Bear out to be like, oh, this is like some like diner and like the rough, like it's like the Chicago roughness. It's like, no, you're in River North, dude. That's like you can literally not get more bougie than that unless you live in the loop itself. Like, I don't know. That's always that it's a good show though. I really can't complain. Like I honestly like there's certain levels I'm like okay like I
need to finish it. I've gone like a little bit into the first season.
Yeah, no, I've not gone very far, but like I do enjoy the show. Like I mean, partially it's like, oh, Chicago, I live there. Ah!
Chicago mentioned.
I'm like that with Chicago and Minnesota.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, what fucking media talks about Minnesota?
The very few times it's mentioned, I know, or like, they always have like a token every like 5 years. There's like a token Minnesota movie that comes out, it seems, or like every 5-10 years, there's a movie or show that's like, this is a Minnesota show. So like, we had Fargo, like the movie and the show, even though the show is a little, there's Fargo. Grumpy Old Men, that was based in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah. There was the Coen brothers did. What was the one? There was that one Coen brothers movie too that was based in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Something like I forget the name of it. I could search it up right now. But yeah, no, it's just there's like a 6 Minnesota sense. Yeah. Minnesota's mentioned anywhere, and like we become like rabid dogs. We are just like no thoughts. Just
I've met like I think you're the only person I've ever met from the Twin Cities. I think because I have like 2 friends, one that still lives in like fucking bumfuck nowhere, Minnesota, and then one in like that grew up in like. It's a big enough city, so I think I can say this, Mankato.
Oh, yeah, Mankato. Yeah, no, I'm not even, like, a great example of, like, Twin Cities, per se, too.
Well, yeah, because you're from...
Like, I'm from St. Cloud area. Yeah. Like, I'm very, like, my cultural roots aren't really in, like, I didn't grow up the Minneapolis Twin Cities experience.
St. Cloud diaspora.
I'm a part of the St. Cloud. It's like, how there's that... I'm like the hillbilly... diaspora, diaspora.
Hillbilly elegy.
Hillbilly elegy. I'm kind of like the Minnesota version of that, guys. Guys.
This is so hillbilly elegy.
This is so hill. Yeah, I'm kind of like JD Vance if he.
Yeah, you should write. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll write a book, and I don't know. I'll call it like, I don't know what I'd call it. St. Cloud Superman, My Diaries of St. Cloud. I don't know. Even though just throw the St. Cloud Superman mention. Wait. What? Do you know about St. Cloud Superman?
No, I don't know about St. Cloud Superman. You came up with that.
No. This is an actual character in St. Cloud. Actual character. So there's like this guy. So the backstory behind this guy used to be like a normal adjusted guy, but like apparently in the early 2000s he got like a nail in the head from a nail gun.
So real.
And became like insane.
So like, fucking modern Phineas Gage.
Yeah, kinda. He's kind of like the modern Phineas Gage, something like that. Either that or he got hit with like a hammer or something. I don't know. But he had to move back in with his mom. He kind of like it screwed him up a little bit. And then he said, like, after 9/11, so this guy, he's like a fat guy. Like, he's a pretty fat guy. Like, goes around, dressed as, he's got, like, the Superman tank top. And he'll wear shorts. And he'll, like, go sit on the side of, like, Division Street, which is, like, St. Cloud's main street. And, like, he'll hold up American flags and stuff. And his whole thing is, like, I'm a conservative activist, I'm like Superman for conservatives.
Wow.
And yeah, no, and like it's insane. He's got arrested so many times, and then like you'll go on the street too, and he's just like openly racist towards Somali people and stuff.
Average Minnesota resident.
Yeah, average St. Cloud resident. But like he does that crap. And then no. The best part though is his pickup truck.
Oh my god.
His pickup truck has got the it's got the Blue Lives Matter flag. It's got the Don't Tread on Me flag, got the American flag, got like a Trump 2020 flag. Last time I saw it, it's been a hot minute since I've seen him.
Real visual.
But top it all off.
Oh god.
His horn is the Dukes of Hazzard horn.
Oh my fucking god.
It's the fucking Dukes of Hazzard horn.
The state where they still got the fucking flag from the Army of Northern Virginia sitting in the state capitol.
No, it's actually unreal. You will see a decent amount of Confederate flags up in St.
That's
Cloud.
The weird thing to me. I saw more Confederate flags, like way more when I lived in Maryland than when I lived than since I moved down here. Since I moved down here, I've seen like one in a yard. I've literally seen like one in a yard,
well,
and
it's
then
because
one
it's
on a
just like
truck.
a weird. It's such a stupid LARP. Like that's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just like yeah, heritage. It's like no, it's not like
You're not even
4
even
years.
Southern, man.
Yeah, you're not even Southern. This is not like a cultural thing. Even Phineas and Ferb lasted longer than the Confederacy. Like literal show about like
and even like the big Confederate flag is vaguely anachronistic anyway.
oh yeah, like no, it's just like it's such a stupid LARP that people like to go on to justify being racist. That's all it is.
I should like throw a meaningful disclaimer in there. The part of Texas I live in has like 5 white people in it, so.
Oh, I mean, yeah. That's what's gonna. I mean, I
And the
suppose
only one I've seen in a yard was in like a white exurb.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm not condoning it, but it's not surprising that like the few.
At least maybe you
do
have some actual fucking connection to it. But also, yeah, the other part of it is also the northern exurbs of San Antonio are German, so you're like hill country German. I did not fight for the Confederacy German. I think I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were Unionists.
Yeah, no, I swore. I don't know. I don't know. Like I know it's like the southern. Like I know if it was like you were German, Germans were pretty Unionist. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And like any of those like Western European,
they're like ancestrally Republican to an insane degree. You can see it on older election maps. It like sticks out like a sore thumb. Even in like normal elections, like on the night, some fucking insane person. I love you with all my heart, but you're insane. Compile the 1988 precinct map, and you can literally see the line between where the Anglo parts of like central Texas and in the German parts begin, because the German parts are just immediately like 20 points redder.
That's no, that's wild. Like Minnesota has this weird reverse thing going on, because like in the 1860s, the only parts of Minnesota that were Democratic were the highly German areas.
Yeah,
because the Swedes and like the Norwegians, they took over the Republican Party.
Mm.
And then, but and it wasn't so much even like an ethnic thing. It was more of like a religious thing. The Catholics went Democrat, the Protestants went, but it just kind of turned ethnic, usually just by the nature of like Minnesotan Catholics are pretty German, all things considered. I mean, there's a few Lutherans all over, but like when you think of like a German Minnesotan, it's usually like pretty staunchly Catholic, especially
I'm
around like
thinking of the Swedish ones. Minnesota.
I think
my one white friend from Minnesota, besides you, I think I don't know. Yeah, I think. Sorry, no, she's German actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, she's German. Never mind.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, like, it's weird. I mean, like, also, like, Germans in Minnesota aren't, like, this unified sort of thing either. Like, St. Cloud area is this really specific culture. Because what happened is St. Francis Xavier, he came to central Minnesota, and he's like, yo, German and Central European Catholics, this place is tight, you should come here. Like, and like he kept sending letters back to like the homeland, and he's like, and that's why also central Minnesota has the biggest Polish population too, up in Morrison County. Yeah, or like that's where the highest concentration is, because this guy is just like, yo, check it out. This is like Catholic Israel here. This is Catholic Israel. And then they kicked out all the native people.
I feel like so many of like I know I'm glossing over that last. I feel like so many of the settlement stories, especially once you get west of the Mississippi, are just some guy exaggerating how nice where they live is in a letter and duping people and moving there.
Yeah, basically. I mean, like, it's just like, yo, this like place is great. I'm growing my crops. I'm growing my weed.
Things are going well, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, yo, like, You should come. I know you guys aren't having a great time raising your crops and your cows over in Germany. Come here. You can raise your crops and cows well over here. And then that's what it happened. And now, like 90% of people in St. Cloud are descendants of a guy who's like, yo, I can raise cows.
I think it's so funny how many places in this country are just like that. Just some guy wrote back a letter. Yeah.
Or like up in like the iron range, some rich guy's like, yo, look at all this iron. Yo, come up here. Look at all this. Mine this iron for me. Come here and mine this iron. I will pay you. I will pay you.
Like, is Europe that boring?
I don't know. See, it's a weird thing you mentioned that, because like, so I checked my ancestry and stuff, and like my family basically moved from rural shithole in Germany to rural shithole
in America.
In America, they didn't change. Like, well, not like the normal immigrant stories. Like, yeah, I'm going to Ellis Island, New York City, like working or like moving to Chicago. No, we literally like. I have broken hundreds of years of like of white guys living in rural shitholes. Like, I have broken it basically.
You've beaten the allegations.
Yeah, I'm trying to better the wrongs of my generational evil.
Your generational that I was gonna say generational trauma, but that works too.
Yeah, well, I don't know, trauma, evil. They all get mixed together.
I mean, yeah, Germans are ontologically evil, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm sorry, like, yeah, like it's like, I could say I'm sorry for being white and everything, but no, I'm sorry for being German. I'm sorry for being German. Mein Gott.
That's a real sin.
Es ist sehr scheiße. Mein Gott.
Yeah, I keep saying, because I can't curse on the clock. Well, I can't curse loudly on the clock. So it's like I keep saying, like, instead of saying shit out loud, I say scheiss.
Oh yeah. Growing up, so German Catholics in Minnesota, and primarily St. Cloud, we are the Italian Americans of Minnesota.
So like, deeply ontologically evil.
I mean, yes, that obviously, but like, we take up a similar cultural space.
Comically racist criminals.
Yes, actually, because St. Cloud area. Like, literally, my hometown has its own form of, like, moonshine. Like, we were, like, St. Cloud.
Y'all live in Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we were, like, a moonshining capital during Prohibition.
Christ.
The mob would come up to St. Cloud because we made some good moonshine. But, like, we have, like, the funny words we use, too. You know how, like, they, like, use these really, like, bastardized Italian phrases in New York. We do that with German phrases here.
My God.
We shyster when your kids are being annoying. Your kid's being a shyster.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's a common thing. We also have
some of them grabbed from Yiddish too, or vice versa.
Probably not a little bit, but like not in the Minnesotan St. Cloud context. Obviously, I mean like. That's not where it's the German context. We have screwed up food. We have kraut knuckle. Literally nobody, the only other person outside of St. Cloud who has known what kraut knuckle is literally a guy from Austria. Like, that's how screwed up it is.
God.
And it's like it's like a cabbage and noodle dish, pretty much. Cabbage noodle sausage.
Just like so many times I just think how like all these weird ass vaguely German communities. Imagine how much weirder they would be if World War I hadn't happened.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh,
imagine if they still spoke German.
God bless Woodrow Wilson on this one specific case. Yeah, one specific case.
He brought the ontologically evil German Americans to
shout out to Woodrow Wilson for civilizing St. Cloud. Like, I mean, like, no, like, I mean, I think pretty much up to my grandparents' generation is when people stopped actually, like, speaking German. Because my great-grandparents were still completely fluent.
Jesus.
Like
that's roughly when it fell out of favor here as well.
Oh, my apologies to the viewers. My mouse fell because I'm stupid. But like, yeah, no, it was around like the 50s is when it started dying out around here, around World War II. And then, but like, yeah, no, my like great grandfather, cause he had the screwed up, like still spoke German at home type thing. He was actually a translator in World War II. Mm. And then like my great great grandfather, my great grandma's mom, didn't even speak English. Like, this is how like close.
That's just how German St. Cloud is and was.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like it's insane. And I mean, I live in a very specifically German family,
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's not the same experience, but we live in a specifically like an extremely German family. And then like the best part about everything with this is what is it? Is a story I have with so my great aunt married a Lutheran, a Swedish Lutheran from southern Minnesota. And my great grandparents.
Oh wow, Loving versus Virginia.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's how my great grandparents treated it, because they proceeded to disown her for like a decade for marrying a Lutheran. It's so screwed up.
That's wild.
Like, honestly, I mean, like, But
you know the crazy German related thing I found out last night was?
Yeah, what did you find out?
On San Antonio's near south side, there's this district called the King William, right? It's like this kind of bougie single family home, historic district. Very, very. It used to be kind of affordable, but the houses are super fucking expensive now. Like, do you know who Sandra Cisneros is?
I don't think I've heard the name.
She wrote House on Mango Street. You didn't read that in high school?
Nope.
Damn. Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she used to live here in the King William district at one point, I think. But I was like, wow, King William, I wonder why it's named that. And then I finally found out last night the King William district was renamed in 1921 after World War One, because its original name was the Kaiser Wilhelm district.
Oh my god! Oh,
my jaw dropped.
Oh my god! I was about to say mine got there too. This is how German brain rot we're going here.
Ontologically evil.
Oh, yep. Ontologically evil.
Oh, and the other, like, the satellite city of San Antonio, New Braunfels. Hashtag noticing. It's newspaper stole the New Braunfels Herald Zeitung.
Oh my god!
I think there's still a couple of other hill country towns with newspapers with German
it's pronounced,
names.
Zeitung. I can't even say it. I'm bad at German.
Yeah, exactly.
I can only read it vaguely. I can only vaguely read it. At this point, I took German class in high school.
Germany, actually.
Oh, interesting. Military stuff? Or...
No. He was. He's first generation, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, he joined the army later. But that's not why he lived in. But he went to high school in West Germany. He was there when the wall fell.
Oh, dang! That was a sad
I don't know why
day,
I said wall like that. Sad day is crazy.
Well, yeah, sad day, dude. Yeah. No,
but yeah, it's a. Oh no! It did not need to end the way it did.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, like, there's no doubt about it that, like, West Germans be like, why aren't East Germans voting for AFD? So I'm like, oh my god, like, you literally...
You can't just walk out with all their factories.
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah. Bros literally decided, well, we're gonna take all your industry and then be like, and you're gonna be grateful. You're gonna be grateful for it because now you have democracy. Now you can vote for the CDU because that's all you have. I mean,
all Germans love austerity, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. Austerity is God's. I don't know. St. Cloud was weird. We weren't austerity brained. We're not as austerity brained up there. We're just really racist up there.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's more of like we've become so Americanized. We don't care about austerity anymore. We just care about,
Well, no, it's austerity, but it's a different form of austerity. It's just
yeah, it's rooted in a different context,
different part of the German brain.
Yeah, for sure.
Deeply evil people.
Deeply evil people. Speaking of Saint Cloud and the German people. I think we're gonna go on a quick break here quickly, but I think after the break, let's talk about the election. Let's talk about
oh boy, yeah.
Let's talk about Trump was just up in St. Cloud, just up in the beautiful state of Minnesota. Hashtag notice it. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense he went up there, but we'll get more into that after the break here. I need a ciggy. I need to smoke a fat ciggy. But yes, we will be back after the break here. Okay, we're back. Buenos dias. I cannot speak Spanish for crap. That is like literally the only word. I also say like I'll like drop como estas because I remember that. I remember como. I don't even really know what it means. I just remember that specific phrase. I don't know why.
I never took Spanish in school. All the Spanish I know is from working customer service jobs in San Antonio.
Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose you learn it. You kind of pick up on it a little bit.
Yeah. I know the whole McDonald's menu in Spanish, actually.
Oh, that's awesome. That is what's up. Yeah, that's a flex. You gotta like, you gotta come to St. Cloud and flex that. They'd be like, whoa.
They're gonna think I'm fucking speaking wizard devil tongue.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, whoa, moon runes?
Yeah.
Why are you speaking of moon runes? But anywho, onto some relevant sort of content here. We're gonna talk about the election. Let's talk about Kamala Harris SS versus Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That came off as really like biased towards Trump. That's
not really. It's just hard to do the Mao standard English version of his name. The closest anybody's really come is just the whole Trump thing.
That's not even really
did in
Maoist.
Like 2015.
Yeah, that's not even
but it's the closest anybody's come to really riffing on his name.
Yeah, no. It
Speaking
sucks.
of him, I was watching Sex and the City earlier, and he just in like season halfway, like 8 episodes, I think, in season 2, he just randomly shows up as a jump scare.
He randomly shows up in a lot of things. Like, I don't think it's like talked about.
I used to love him, man.
Dude, I know, like. He was like, I think like he was like one of the main antagonists in Little Rascals, like the 90s movie. He was in Home Alone.
Yeah, so I remember Home Alone.
Yeah, but no, he just he pops up a lot, like just in random shows. Before like 2015, they just throw him in everywhere. People love Trump because he was like a celebrity. He was like a They should have made
a fucking reality show on NBC.
Yeah, they should have made like a full-on reality show, not like Apprentice kind of thing. They should have made a full-on like Meet the Trumps type show.
I think that would have gotten very, very quickly. He's a very nasty man.
He is a very nasty man. That nasty man. And the polls are showing that. I am like, yeah. Let's.
How do you feel about the whole polling is fake narrative?
I believe it. I believe the polling. I mean, like, obviously, I do. Do I think Kamala is being a little overhyped in the polls? Kamala, I can't. I'm really bad at names. That's not
White people.
Kamala. Yeah,
white people.
Yep. That's what I'm always saying. But I'll call her Harris just so we don't have issues with me doing the evil
I'm gonna keep calling her
Kamala. No. You feel free. I don't want to be like the idiot. I don't want to be the idiot. I want to be a smart.
How do you pronounce mischievous like in your day-to-day life?
Mischievous?
Yeah, how do you normally pronounce that word?
I say mischievous.
Okay, that's what I thought because I saw someone say that the way that Kamala said, maybe I'm misreading what they said, but like, oh, Kamala said mischievous, like an Indian American way. I'm like, I thought
I,
everybody said mischievous.
yeah, mischievous is always the way I've said it. I don't know. That is
But
such a
maybe
weird.
I might have just misread what they said. Honestly, they might have
maybe,
meant like
but
mischievous.
but no. This brings me to the point how the Republicans have been like campaigning on this weird.
God forbid she be biracial.
Yeah, like they don't have any attack lines on
Literally
her right now.
And I don't get it because it was always a possibility she was going to be the nominee. Like Biden could have just died. He's
like,
an 82-year-old man.
They would have had this prepped up beforehand. Like, and like, it's not even that hard.
She literally ran for president 4 years ago.
She ran for president, and she was the DA of San Francisco. Like,
and she was the attorney general of the largest state in the union. You think the Democrats don't have a bunch of op ready on Ken Paxton?
Yeah, like, they should have had so much, but it seems like they can't, other than be like, oh, you know, she's got a dark vision for America.
God, I fucking hate the dark vision joke. It's been running. It was funny for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, it was funny at first, but I mean, I suppose it takes
election Twitter is too white to be talking like that.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, it was definitely when the joke first came out. Like, okay, that's funny. Like, it was a funny play on everything. But yeah, no, everybody ran it into the ground, and it's like, okay, yeah, we get it now. White people did not like that Obama was black. Like, we know.
Or that fucking Daniel Cameron was black.
Yeah, no, everybody.
Bashir outrunning, Bashir fucking winning Trump plus infinity counties was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, man, that was wild.
God bless racial polarization.
I'm not gonna commentate on that. I'm not gonna commentate on that.
Rednecks for Bashir.
Rednecks for Bashir. But no, I mean, like, it is just fascinating though, because, like, you know, on back to that, to finally circle back to the polling is fake line we had going a few minutes ago. Yeah. I do think there's, like, genuinely, like, people, she is more popular simply because people just did not want Biden. Like, and this is not to discredit her, because, like, I mean, if there was to be a replacement candidate,
but she's, like, she's pretty strong. Better candidate. Yeah, she would have been, I think, it's like, even in, like, an open primary, I think she still would be the strongest candidate out of anybody who would have run. Whitmer is just too unknown. Yeah,
but, like, I just think, though, like, I do think a lot of the polling is just that, like, people are so relieved that we're not getting a rematch between two old guys. Yeah. One who
that would have been horrible. That would have been, like, the lowest turnout election ever.
No, I was predicting, like, extremely low turnout before Biden.
Guy who wants to close the border versus guy who wants to close the border.
Yeah, but, like, I do genuinely think, like, Kamala being on. Did I say it right?
Yeah, Kamala.
Okay, finally, Kamala. Okay. I do think there is just, like, there's gonna be more mobilization of younger people just because they're like, holy crap, somebody who's not senile.
It's insane to me how fast, like, a lot of the fucking Palestine flag and display name niggas switched up. Like, it was overnight. Like, bringing out all the arguments from 2016.
I mean, like,
I was in shock.
I mean, like, she's not gonna be good on it still. Like,
I'm like, she's like, you gotta admit, like, a lot. But it's like, why? It's just so interesting to me how, like, did y'all just hate Biden that much? Did you not care about, like, the wider, I don't know.
Like,
but if I still lived in Maryland, I would not vote for her. I don't know why people are, like, suddenly switching up now. I mean, like, I'm still probably not voting Kamala myself, but I mean, you live in Illinois.
I live in Illinois, and, like, I'm like, I mean, I'm one of those people who, it's like, if I do live in a state that's more likely to flip, like, I understand the implications. I'm a dirtbag leftist, but I'm also not I hate my fellow man, kind of, in a way. Yeah. Like, I will vote. I do believe in damage control and things like that. But I will say I am a lot more, like, open to voting for her. And I'd be very happy to vote for her if I was still in Minnesota, you know? Like, I would, I mean, like, if you, like, I mean, though, I mean, again, though, I didn't vote for Walz.
Oh, but the last thing I was going to say about, oh, you didn't vote for Tim Walz?
No, I voted, there was some socialist third party, Gabriella Procer.
Did legal marijuana not have ballot access that year or no?
No, they did. They're a right-wing grift. I'm not voting for them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the GOP funds them. Like,
they placed second or third in Nebraska 3 that year.
Really? Yeah, I don't know why Minnesota
I need to, like,
Nebraska
compile. Yeah, I need to compile a list of their recent good third-party performances because they show up quite a few times in recent, usually in Minnesota, but a couple of times in Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't vote for them though because the marijuana parties in Minnesota are like, you know, grifts of the GOP, you know. But I think it was Socialist Workers Party, which, yeah, they're trots.
They're still, like, a thing?
Yeah, they are. They run in Minnesota. They've, like, there's a few, trots are weird. They almost won a few Minneapolis city council seats back in, like, 2013 and 2017. Yeah, no, it's wild.
Yeah, and they got one in Seattle, but I think that was a different Trotskyist org.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not PSL. I don't know. I've
PSL,
read,
the fucking, I'm not going to say it on here, but the you know what cult?
Yep, pretty much. But I voted for Gabrielle Procer that election. I've made it very clear at this point that George Floyd was a very big thing for me.
Yeah.
And Walz's response.
I know what you mean by that, but that's a really funny way to phrase it.
I guess, yeah, no, that is, oh god. See, I'm never gonna beat the allegations.
I do know what you mean by that.
Yeah. Should I say the police violence was a pretty big, had a lot of effect on me? Yeah. I don't know how.
But then it kind of implies you don't have internet, or didn't have internet.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not, like, I don't know. Again, I'm like white as can be. It's pretty hard to say it in a way that isn't gonna come off as, at the very least, weird, you know? And that's why I've been, like, so anti-Walz on the ticket too.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean,
I think Shapiro is the most evil option, and of course they're going for Shapiro. So
I mean, I would broadly agree with that. My issues with Walz come from a more personal, deep connection to the event.
Yeah, it's like in San Antonio, one of the most I'm doing, like, air quotes right now, but the most progressive candidate for mayor is Manny Pelaez, but I'll never fucking vote for him because I hate his guts personally.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things for me. Like, Walz or Beshear would probably be the top 2 contenders for the VP position.
I think Beshear's the best one.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
McKay for Senate, fucking prayer warriors for Beshear.
Prayer circles. We're getting the prayer circles up here, folks.
I'm converting to Protestantism again, so I could be a prayer warrior for Beshear.
Prayer warrior. God bless. No, I would say Beshear's the better candidate because
he's so uncontroversial.
Yes,
he's literally Walz, never done anything controversial.
Yeah. Like, Walz is a very controversial person because, like, the GOP hates his guts in Minnesota. They're just so incompetent that they can't beat him. And also Minnesota is going to probably turn into, like, Illinois in 30 years. Let's be real. Yeah. But, like, it's like, Walz is controversial, and from both the left and the right, you know, like, in both ways. I mean, maybe it's a lot more less known just because it's very localized.
Because nobody gives. I'm not saying this in a dismissive way, but nobody cares about Minnesota politics.
No. That's
I don't
totally
know why
valid.
I even pay attention to it.
No. It's probably because of me, because I'm so vocal about it. Like, that's probably part of the reason. It's just that I talk about it so much. There's people who know about, like, the intricacies of saying clown, and it's like, well, how do you know this? And it's like, oh, there's this autistic person on Twitter from there who talks about it a lot. But like, yeah, no, like Wallace is just more controversial, but Bashir is just like, he kind of just exists. I don't know. Like, he's always just kind of existed to me as like, oh, yeah, he's
random Democrat.
Yeah,
number 5.
Yeah, he's just kind of a glup shitto kind of charker.
No, I'd say he's a tier above glup shitto, but I'd say he wouldn't fall into that category if he were to run for president, but he's like a half step above that.
Yeah, he's
not literally only
far.
Because people know his name.
Yeah, and I mean, like, again, he can win Kentucky.
Unlike Deval Patrick.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. No, don't. No.
Barack Obama is the most unserious man in America.
Dude, I don't think Obama was truly trying to gun for that. I don't know.
I think he's that stupid.
You're a truther. You're a truther.
I'm a very low
Obama. You're an Obama Patrick truther.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Like he's like the one. Now that fucking Zoran Mamdani is running for mayor in New York, I have a new East African American politician to dick ride.
Oh hell yeah!
And for people who don't know, everybody knows him as the Muslim socialist. I think he's in the state house. Muslim socialist state house rep. He's Ugandan too, born in Kampala.
Actually, it's the state assembly. Actually,
yeah, the state assembly.
Reddit.
The Northeast is very stupid. Like, why is Maryland in the House of Delegates?
The
why
House
does
of
Maryland
Delegates
have multi-member seats?
Okay. Again, no. I don't hate multi-member seats. We just America always does them wrong. America always does them wrong. We don't do it like proportional or like, ranked choice voting.
It's just you vote for the same party 3 times.
Yeah, Illinois had a good thing going a while with like.
Yeah, I don't understand why they got rid of that.
Yeah, I don't. You know what's really funny though? They should have kept. So they couldn't agree on redistricting one year, so they had to elect.
The fucking statewide. Where you have to vote for every single.
Yeah. And like you could have did like an open list proportional thing, Like that.
That was. I think Ireland was the only country that was really doing that back then, though, right? Oh, in Australia, no, Australia had already started doing it. Never mind.
Australia, but again, when you're doing it with 59 members for the state senate, even an STV election would be like a nightmare. Like, just do open list party. Like that's when you're having pretty much Australia, even when they have double dissolutions in the Senate, 12 seats is still a nightmare to get that all calculated. It'll take days after a double dissolution to figure that out. But and then in Ireland too, they tried to do direct election for this Senate for during the beginning of the Irish Republic, or was it just freeze? I don't remember, but it was either the beginning of. And it was still a nightmare.
All I remember is just one of the, I think in the 20s or 30s, there was this short little video when I was on Irish history TikTok. Anyway, but it was talking about I think it was one of the early Irish elections in the 20s and 30s, and they're like, oh yeah, this so they vote now, but you have to wait a week to get the results.
Yeah, and it was just that's not and so now their Senate is just weird. The Irish Senate's a very weird body. I've done a lot of research into the Constitution of Ireland. It's a very interesting document. But I don't know. But yeah, no, that Illinois, it's that was a funny election. That's a really
incredibly funny election. Yeah, in the fucking Democrat sweep.
Well,
it's insane that was not
the only reason they didn't win all seats is because they're the parties are okay, fine, we'll only run enough candidates to fill 2/3 of the seats, and then the Democrats won 2/3 because it was I think you got as many votes as there were seats.
And the fact that it actually changed the trajectory of the state's politics.
I know,
just because they couldn't come to agreement on redistricting.
Yeah, and of course that's
a coup d'état, honestly.
No, honestly, big shout out to when regiming happens in America. I really do respect the regime grift. I hate the dailies with a passion, but they had a good
glory to fucking 200. Wasn't it over 100 million cast votes or something? Or am I misremembering? Or was it 10 million?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, something like that. Like, I think it was actually technically the most votes ever cast in an election up until, like, I don't know, some, like,
until, like,
election
India,
or something.
yeah. Insane how...
Or it still might be
running
the case,
a democracy with that many people is so insane. I mean, like, each, I think, individual constituency in India is, like, I want to say 3 million people?
I think it depends, because they also have wild variants. Wild variants. Because, you know, you have, like, the Andaman and what, I don't know, the Andaman Islands, like, their constituency is, like, you know, pretty tiny. But, like,
it's like the UK, like, all the variations in the UK, but if they made more sense.
Yeah. Now that we're getting on foreign elections, let's talk Venezuela.
Oh boy.
Let's talk Venezuela. That's the relevant one recently. And I gotta say, glory to Maduro, glory to Chavez.
I wasn't gonna lead with that.
Glory to Chavez.
Chavismo.
You know, 4 more years for Maduro, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's funny because I saw on Twitter, somebody like calculated the results and apparently like it rounds out perfectly the percentages. Like it was like Maduro didn't even try.
There's another. I'm trying to remember there was another. Maybe it was the last Venezuelan election, but I think it was the last Venezuelan election. I actually, now that I think about it, because there was another recent Latin American election where that exact same thing happened.
Yeah, no, it's probably Venezuela.
I think it was the last Venezuela. I think it was the last legislature election in Venezuela.
Yeah, no, like the results were just perfectly round to the percentages. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was the last Venezuelan election.
Oh my god. But you know, see, here's the thing that's gonna suck with Venezuela, right?
I think. Actually, no. Yeah. Well, what are you saying?
It's because what's gonna happen is Maduro should have dropped out, or should have like been like, yeah, I lost, because now that he didn't, whoever is gonna replace him is gonna be
fucking evil.
Like Pinochet too, like Pinochet too. Well, not that level, maybe. But like,
I would not say that level. I don't think there's really the environment.
Yeah, I suppose. But like, it's gonna be some insane guy who's gonna replace him, and it's gonna be like austerity forever, you know. And then people are gonna be like, "Oh, what happened? What happened? Where did my?" Well, I mean, okay, Venezuela didn't really have social services, to be fair. But like,
I mean, the fucking country's falling apart.
Oh yeah, like no, it's completely done. I'm not like.
But yeah,
but they're gonna be thinking like, why didn't go back to the early Chavez days? What the heck?
Well, when oil's $10 a barrel again.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Or however, I don't fucking know oil prices off the top of my head.
But
yeah,
oil
I want to
prices
preface what I'm gonna say with Maduro's evil. Maduro, and glory to the people of Venezuela. I hope all those people in the slums rise up and overthrow Maduro, electorally or otherwise. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think he truly is cooked after this election. Oh, but it's real interesting to see like a real master at work here. Like, who is rigging elections like him?
Yeah, no, I like, again, as I said, like, you gotta respect the grift. You gotta respect Maduro's grift.
In Nigeria, all they could get was like a plurality without even getting the 40% of the vote, and then they just win off a clear fraud and because of fucking technicality, because they only need to get like a third of the vote in X amount of states to avoid a runoff.
Yeah.
Like this guy had the audacity, down like 30 points in the exit polls, to just say, "Oh yeah, I won by 6."
Yeah,
like that's real athleticism, and just the whole thing afterward. Like he has all his sycophants in the West. Like they're treating him like he's Iran now. Like he ain't even like, at least the Iran dick riding. It's deeply, deeply stupid and misogynistic. But at least Iran does things for the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. But like, it's weird. Like, I'll jokingly, like, I like to joke around and be like, oh yeah, this really bad leftist guy, he's my hero, you know? Like, I do stuff like that. But like, yeah, no, I don't, like, it's like, Maduro is like
he sucks at being genuine dick riders. And he did it for no reason.
Yeah, it's like, he sucks at being a socialist. Like, he's genuinely bad at it. Like, why are you... Like,
he's not even a good, like, counterweight to America in the region. He's fucking cutting deals to get sanctions lifted.
Yeah, he's not like
he's in it all those types of guys that they dick ride. They're really just in it for themselves.
Oh, for sure.
In it, and they're just fundamentally reactionary, not reactionary, but in conservative, I guess, in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just these are the kind of people who wished that Cold War campism was still around.
Basically,
because I
it's
see
like
it
that,
with,
but it was 10 times stupider.
Yeah, and it's like, and I see like people. It's like, oh, we love Putin because he's like challenging the West. And it's like that. It's not the same. It's really not the same as it was. Like the Soviet Union was a genuinely good counterweight up until like Gorbachev.
Yeah, which is like it's like even with like every negative thing you can say about the Soviet Union, it's like at the same time, do you really think post-colonial Africa gets nearly as much done as it did in our time?
Yeah,
without all that happening. But at the same time, we have the dirt.
No, it was like a genuine counterweight to like the American and Western like financial interests. I mean, like. It's like even if the Soviet Union wasn't all in it for like these morally like international socialism type thing, at the very least it's like it led to some sort of like development of these post-colonial states. I mean, like, but
I think it's that just reminded me. It just comes up to me like so regularly. Like the NRM in Uganda was like not. I think people say it, but it's not totally true from my understanding. But like they were like vaguely Maoist at the beginning.
That's a lot of like of those like kind of like
and they were backed by Gaddafi too.
Oh yeah, like they were all like vaguely socialist at the beginning, and then they just kind of became like, oh yeah, dude, we love corruption. Like
I think he had a vaguely socialist program towards the beginning, but I don't think it was ever like a committed socialist. But there were like committed Maoists and Marxists in the NRM. Yeah,
like again, it was just always authoritarian developmentalism sort of type thing, and it just always kind of vaguely
not really in the very beginning, but that's kind of what it turned into.
I mean, that's usually what it like. I mean, yeah, it's usually what it turns.
I think Tanzania is probably a better example of what you're describing.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. But, like, I mean, like, I see why, like, socialists would, like, socialists very much do, they're, like, not that they're obviously similar, like, they don't have the same goals in mind, but, like, there's certain things about authoritarian developmentalism that's like, yeah, it's, like, big state power to, do things like healthcare. Yeah. Like, I sort of get that, but again, it's, like...
And they do some things really, really well.
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of like nobody ever gives credit to a lot of the work that like the like not to bring up our man Bokassa, but like Paul Kagame. I'm not actually a Kagame dick writer, by the way.
Kagame is so dick ridden. It's unfucking. It's even worse when I lived in Uganda, bro. In person dick riding. Because there's this like certain guy. Like upper middle class Ugandan guy who just loves Kagame because the streets in Kigali are clean.
Oh my god! It's the same. It's like the same thing with like
fully into the Rwanda Singapore bullshit.
Oh my god! And also
when my dad went to Rwanda, they tapped his phone.
Yeah, no, but also like Singapore dick riders too. It's like that's also annoying. Like oh cool, we made a financial tax haven. Like Wow, who knew that having
just ignore the current housing crisis there because
for sure
is incompetent.
Okay, I mean, they are incompetent, but to be fair, if anywhere is going to have a housing crisis, it's probably going to be Singapore. Yeah, like let's be real. Like at least in like most other nations, it's just like just build out. You can't really.
From my understanding, they've just like constantly lagged behind their own targets.
Yeah, but again, I suppose it's just like there's probably just like issues with developing when you're dealing with such little land. I suppose I'm not trying to defend them or anything. I'm just like,
I can't believe you're a people's action. I can't believe you hate Singaporean democracy. I can't believe you hate the true left wing vanguard, the Singaporean opposition.
Yeah, no, I'm unfortunate. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Once again, ontologically evil, SoundCloud German, etc., etc.
German I don't know. Loves the People's Action Party.
Yeah.
Knife Found in Kitchen.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's just yeah, the Maduro stuff is like you know it's another thing though. Nobody ever talks about Ortega in Nicaragua. That's always funny to me. That I joke about that.
He's probably the most undertalked about.
For sure. Because like he's such an. They could easily be like, yeah, look at him. Like he's such a good target.
He had so much of the. I'm trying to find a term other than cred, but basically that. Like he has so much of that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's been really successful though. It's not like Venezuela where like the thing's falling apart. Like no, he's on top of it. He's got his like 72% last election. That's what the rigging they're doing there. Nobody's like,
no. But nobody tops the fucking Colorado party in Paraguay.
Oh, they're evil.
Hasn't it been like 100 years?
No. They had like one opposition guy in like the 2000s. But besides that, and then he got impeached and then went back to the Colorado party. Like, Paraguay is such an interesting, like, it's such a weird, because like, it's very similar to Bolivia in a lot of ways. But like the contrast between the two, where you have Bolivia, which is like this, like, actually existing successful socialism with Mas and Morales and now Acre. Yeah. And it's like, a big shout out to Mas, by the way. Is it?
I don't think that's how his last name's pronounced, but
Morales, I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the current president of Bolivia. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Acre, I don't know. I don't. No, that's the cat. No, that's. I don't remember.
The current president. I'm assuming it's Arche or something like that. But I honestly don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Again, as I've said, bad at pronunciations. But Mas, actually existing socialism, pretty democratic, and people who try to say it's not.
How do you
democratic.
feel about Morena?
Morena? Oh, I like Morena. They have their issues, but like obviously having like they're pretty solid. They're pretty solid. I mean, like AMLO's. I don't know. AMLO's a quirky guy. I don't know. He's a little off. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like I don't know too much about Mexican
He's very
politics.
off. He's probably the most off guy in Latin American politics.
Yeah, but I also at the same time
the most prominent off guy.
Yeah, also, but at the same time, too, in the off chance Trump is reelected, there's nobody better to have in power in Mexico than Morena. Like, in a way. Because, like,
it's like even with all the problems I have with Morena, there was no serious option at the presidential level.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, there's MC, and they're not really serious. I don't know. Like, they're not bad. Like, but, like, everybody else is just kind of like, yep, corruption. Yep. And then, but then AMLO's like, well, we're gonna do our own special corruption, but that actually helps people and stuff. So I mean,
yeah, they're definitely getting results. I do not think Mexico will be a democracy in 15 years.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, but I also like I'm more apathetic
I'm not talking
to that
about like Morena just being a dominant party, like a dominant party happening. That wouldn't be that crazy, and that's something that I think. Okay, maybe if Morena maybe if the Mexican opposition was fucking competent and could hold Morena down from a fucking supermajority, then maybe Mexico wouldn't be at risk of becoming a dominant party state. But my worry is just more military.
Oh yeah, no, that's a bit worrying there. But I don't know, I have no issues with dominant party states myself. Like, you know me. I'm a little bit more, when I say it.
I want you to go to Johannesburg for me, and I want you to turn on a light and set a timer and see how long it takes for that light to stay on.
Okay. Dominant party states, I'm not saying dominant party states are inherently good. I'm more saying that if a socialist party became the dominant party and kept doing good things. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Off.
Like with Moss, I'm like, God bless your dominant party status, things like that. But you know what? I think it's been another half hour here pretty much.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, I think we're going to call it here.
But the last thing I was going to say about polling bias, I think the whole non-response bias thing was probably true. And then all we're seeing now is just a realignment of polling as more with as Kamala has more enthusiasm, more people are willing to answer polls positively for her.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Oh my god, that's the funniest loop back. You know, that was
ridiculous. Like polling is normal.
Yeah, oh yeah. By the way, this conversation we had like 15 minutes ago. But before we close off, you got anything you want to promote? You want to say? I mean, like, I don't know. You're on Twitter witness protection right now, so I'd say drop your @ if you want, like, that. But I don't know. You're on Twitter witness protection, so
yeah. I don't really have anything to promote. I don't do anything.
I mean, I don't know. I was just gonna. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, yeah. But. I mean, yeah, I guess that's everything. We'll next episode's the Bokassa episode, so that's exciting. Yeah, Monday from when we recorded this, so today was Friday the 2nd. So on Monday the 4th, the Bokassa episode will be happening. So
yeah. So if Maduro's been overthrown in a coup by the time this episode came out,
yeah,
that'd be really funny.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
Third time's the charm.
I guess yeah. No, we're the last commentators on the current situation in Venezuela. We were the last look. Oh my god. But yeah, no. I think that's everything. Thank you for listening. This will be up. Yeah. Thank you to Harper for being on.
Thank you for I'd love to be back when I have something much more coherent to say.
No, it's fine. I had like no plans I think we had a good convo. I don't know. I think it was pretty good. But yeah, no, we'll be back probably next week after this comes out with the Bokassa episode, and hope to I don't know. I'm getting this worked out. You're kind of like you're listening to like the working, like I'm still working on things. Yeah, the growing pains. So you'll still like this will be out when it comes out, and then once I get this out and I figure out everything is when I will get a consistent schedule. Yeah. But yeah, until then, thank you and
thank you for listening.
Good night. Kuomintang, your time is up. Your time is up.
Glory to the Democratic Progressive Party.
No, this is a CCP chat. We don't like the DP.
Oh, for real?
The Maoist show don't like DPP. What? Anywho, okay, I gotta stop.
Chairman Sheen, my people yearn for freedom.
Yes.
Send your construction workers now.
Anywho, I'm this is lasting way too long. It's like Minnesota. Yeah. Goodbye.